This video is designed to help the author who is now a business person. If you're like me, business could be new to you once you publish your book. I have been a lifelong educator, the first joy of my life. And so when it came to beginning an author business, there was a lot for me to learn, and it was a good thing that I was able to train under some other authors, but it required a lot of research on my own. YouTube became my very best friend because I wanted to know about getting an LLC, just so many things that come along with it. So if you are selling a lot of books, or if you plan to sell a lot of books, it is a great thing to keep your business from your personal, keep those separate, so that when it's tax time, you don't have to do more work than you should have to do. You should keep up with these things all year. So one of the things you can do is establish an LLC, that is a business identity. And the way you do that is you search within your state on the Secretary of Commerce, or the State Treasurer's office, to see, first of all, if that LLC is available. Now, I say LLC because that's what I have. That was the best business structure for me, but you could become a sole proprietor. You could have an LPN versus an LLC. You could have an LPN, sorry. I think that's right. I'm not sure. Let's see, LP as opposed to an LLC. And at first I had an LLP and I switched it to an LLC because at first I didn't really understand the difference between the two. So do your homework, do your research, and know which one works best for you. You want to have on your business team a lawyer, an attorney that you can contact often when you have questions. Any contracts that you do, you definitely want your attorney to look over those for you. You also want to have an accountant. You could use that same accountant for bookkeeping throughout the year to make it easier on you if you're able to afford that. But you definitely want to have an accountant slash bookkeeper and an attorney. They can advise you on the best business structure for you. So once you come up with your LLC or your LLP name, and you have made sure that no one else has that, then you can register, you can purchase that. I know recently I did another one for real estate that I own, and it was $139 because I opted to print out my own certificate of existence, or article of existence, and then there's a certificate as well. You'll need those documents when you get ready to open up a checking account, and I really recommend that you do that. Opening up an account, having a card that you can use for all of your business expenses will definitely help you at tax time, because you don't have to do as much digging and finding. Now, you do want to keep up with all of your receipts, but that just separates it from your personal. And there are definitely some advantages of opening the LLC, because let's say you go into bankruptcy, and we really hope that that never happens, but we know it's possible. Then the LLC, or the business entity, goes into bankruptcy and not necessarily your personal finances. Let's say, unfortunately, you are sued. Then the LLC is sued and not necessarily you, and so someone's not going to be able to come after your house and your car and your personal belongings, the things that you've worked all of your life to try to acquire. So those are some of the advantages, protecting yourself personally, protecting your assets, but also having a better, easier way to track things. You'll also want to get an employee identification number or a tax ID identification number through the IRS.gov. Make sure you use the IRS.gov's website, because there are people out there trying to get money from you that you don't necessarily have to pay. They say they will get you an EIN for you. They'll do it for you. And it's the same way with the LLC. You can do these things yourself, and you can pay a very minimal fee. For example, the LLC was $139 when I last got that. The EIN is free. You don't need to pay someone to do that for you unless you prefer an attorney do it for you. So those are just a few things that you want to do to set up your business and to make sure that you're keeping your personal finances separated from your business finances. Now, you need to have a really good method of calculating all of the income that's coming in versus all of the expenses that are going out. You want to know where you stand throughout the year, how your revenue is looking, if you're needing to do more marketing. If, for example, you're in the red because you're spending out a whole lot more than you're taking in, then it's time to pull back and to readjust. So maybe you're doing too much marketing. Maybe you're having too much fun traveling with your business, yet you don't have the revenue coming in. So I encourage you, if nothing else, have a spreadsheet. Use Excel. Keep up with your balance sheet, your report throughout the year. There are some paid programs that make it maybe a little bit easier. I've used QuickBooks in the past. That was a good one. And for my invoicing, I use Square.com, and that's a good one too, because you can always look at your balance sheet, your reports, and see exactly where you stand. So in the next video, I am going to talk about the business of doing invoices for school districts, for nonprofit entities, and we'll talk about that when we come back. Thank you for joining. Please like us here. Please subscribe. Please share this information. Also, join us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram. We appreciate having you. We want to bring you along on this exciting, wonderful author journey. It's been a pleasure for us since 2015. That's when I first became an author. In 2016, I founded Hadassah's Crown Publishing. And so this channel is to help authors with their business and to answer questions that sometimes I just am not able to answer through phone calls or text or emails. So just stick with us. And also in the comments, please let us know if there's something that we haven't made in the form of a video that you think would be very helpful to you. We appreciate your being on this journey with us. Have a wonderful day.